Hey y'all. Hey guys, it's Colleen Gallagher here with Colleen Gallagher International. And I just finished my meditation, my midday. We're kind of later today. It's 4:30. But I had a lot of conversations with my private clients today on Voxer. And so I wanted to come on and I wanted to talk about something that I myself am actually evaluating in my life currently, but I want to talk about it here because I think it's really important. One is the quality of our life is dictated by the quality of our relationships. And our relationships are only going to be quality if we have quality communication, right? And I think a lot of times as people, I don't know, it's maybe because we've been bullied when we were younger, maybe because we're shy, we're introverted, I don't want to say just women, but men and women, like we're taught like not to always speak up. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't want to be too much. We want to make sure that we don't take attention away from the collective. We want to make sure that we're going in sync with how everyone else is going, even if we do feel something different that's happening with us. So what I wanted to share is that you're never going to have quality relationships if you don't openly communicate what's happening inside of you. Like if you don't openly communicate, this is what, like, let me give an example. If someone emails you, right, and they're like going on about blah, 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 I don't know, whatever they're going on about, a service, a product, a this, a that, whatever they're going on about, right? If you don't know how to respond to that, either yes, I'm interested in what you're sharing or what you're emailing about, so let's get a plan of action, let's get on a phone call, let's set up a meeting, then nothing's gonna happen, right? The same as if you're dating someone, right? If you're dating someone or wanting to date someone, you met them and you're like texting and you're like having all these things in text messages and you're talking and da 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 da, but you're never like texting, never moves to a phone call, which never moves to an in-person meeting, you're not gonna have a really good quality of life because your quality of communication is always like airy-fairy. It's out there somewhere in the world. It's like it's not occurring, right? And so when I was having a lot of conversations with many of my private clients and even myself, like you want to really look at where are your relationships at and are you clearly communicating what you want? This life, I know that it seems like it's like a big life and whatever. And maybe this is because I had cancer at age 14. So this is like the cancer, coming out in me. But this life is so short. This life is so short. We think we have all the time in the world. We dilly-dally, we do this, we do that. The time in this life is so small. It happens so quickly. And our goal, especially when we're on the enlightenment path, is to learn how to slow down time. To be more present, more fully self-expressed, more fully us instead of in the mundane matrix. Go, 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 go. And so you have to become really good at the quality of your communication, of when you meet someone and you feel an alignment, whether this is a coach like myself, whether it's a mentor, whether it's a business opportunity, whether it's like you feel a calling inside of you to do something more with your life, whether it's a partner that you might like someone you see that you go, wow, I really like this person, or wow, I want to date this person. You can't just sit there and be like, maybe, hopefully someday they ask me to go to dinner. Like you've got to take the bull by the horn and go, this is what I want. I want a relationship. I want kids. I want monogamy. I want an open relationship. I want to have a successful business. I want to find a Facebook ad person, which is I do right now. So if any of you know a good Facebook ad person, you're watching this, please let me know because I'm actually looking for them. I have 3 ads that I want. I already know what it is. The funnels are done. I just need them to run and manage the ads. See, like I clearly communicated. I don't have time, right, for bullshit. Like someone messaged me, right, and they were asking me, they're like, hey, I do Facebook ads, blah, blah, blah. I got on a phone call with them. They were not organized in the phone call. They were like, well, what do you want? What do you this? And I'm like, I told them what I wanted. They're like, well, we need to draw this out and do this. I'm like, you just lost my sale. Like I'm done. I'm complete with the phone call. I don't want to be on it, because they didn't say like, come prepared with your ads, come prepared with diagrams, come prepared with whatever. They didn't say that, right? They weren't clear in their communication. So the quality of the relationship, if they can't be clear with me on what they need from me, this relationship is already not going to work well from the very beginning, right? So if you are someone, if you're on dating apps, if you are someone who's talking to someone, if you are someone who has a business like I do through social media, like, right, I'm not going to just sit on here and talk to people all day, right? Like I have a business, so I do videos, I have content from that. You can enroll in one of my courses. You can become a private client. We have my new Mastical Beans Circle, which is launching, which is going to be a 6-month mastermind, a 6-month experience for creatives, aspiring entrepreneurs, light workers, people who are, you know, highly driven, motivated people. And we're going to be together. I'm going to be doing one call a month on content. We're going to have a live coaching call every month. Then you have option for a one-on-one call with me and VIP 24/7 access. So what I wanted to come on, and when I finished this meditation, what was so alive inside of me is just don't be afraid to have quality communication. And direct communication is quality, right? Like, I don't want to beat around the bush. The time is short. Time is of the essence. Like, I'm not sitting here trying to have a relationship with people who are not interested in impacting people, right? I'm not interested. And there's nothing, I'm not judging you. It's not bad. I'm not upset if you don't want to impact people or that's not your life path. You want to party and you want to whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, let's be honest, we are not compatible. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way if someone who's like, oh, I just want to work a corporate job and retire and whatever. Like, if they don't want to impact, we don't have a lot of compatibility. What are we going to talk about at dinner? People? Gossip? What are we going to talk about? So you've got to begin to look at what is it you want out of life. And then the quality of your communication needs to be in alignment with what you want. And so a recent example, I have a blog that went live a little bit ago. But, you know, recently I had an experience where there was someone that I was hanging out with and I was talking with, and how they talked to me, it always ended up making me cry. It made me feel like shit about myself. And I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, we're obviously not compatible. Like, there's not, like, I don't want to do this where you are always saying something that is bad about me, you know, bad about my work. You say you don't understand me. Like, I don't want to sit here and cry anymore, you know? And I think, like, there's nothing bad to say that. And okay, like, you know, moving on with my life. I'm not saying that there's not pain or there's not emotional drama that comes with that, but my will and my desire for greatness is more than this ounce of pain, right? Like, even when I left corporate, right, and started my entrepreneur journey, I had anxiety every day for 90 days. Every day for 3 months, 90 days, 3 months. Before I left Baltimore and flew across the world to New Zealand by myself. I didn't have a boyfriend, I didn't have a partner. I left my 6-figure job, health insurance, which America did not have national health insurance at the time. So when I came, or pre-existing. So I had pre-existing conditions of cancer. When I came back and I was not off of the Western medicine yet, I could have been screwed, right? Like, I didn't have the awakening of that yet. And so I moved across the world to New Zealand, and that anxiety for every day for 90 days was so much because, like, am I fucking my life up? Am I ruining this, right? But I had to have the quality of communication. No, Colleen, could you live with yourself if you died tomorrow and you never went for it? You never went for it to go live international. And that was my dream. That was my only dream. Like, what you see now wasn't my dream. My dream was like, I just want to live international and, like, prove it to myself that I can do it. And that was it. And every day I had anxiety and I battled it, but I went for it. And so that pain of 90 days, was it worth it? Absolutely. Because it birthed everything that you see now. It birthed this impact and this mini empire where at, God, 28 years old, I feel so proud of. Like, right? I didn't know how to be an entrepreneur. I wasn't taught how to be an entrepreneur or a businesswoman. I had no idea how to do a LLC, right? In 2019, I got a rude awakening that I had to do my own taxes instead of like a corporation sending me a W-9, right? I had to hire someone who did taxes. I remember like, what was the other thing I had to do? I made my course Change Your Relationship with Money based out of that. Cause I was like, holy shit, what, I have to do taxes? I thought it was just done for me. No one taught me that, right? Like, no one taught me about like saving money, how much you should save, like how to invest money. This was all things I never knew. How to sell, how to make connections, how to market, how to design a program, how to design a funnel. I had no idea about any of how to even do a sales call, how to make sure that your clients get results. Like, this is not stuff that I knew, right? And I had anxiety every step of the way, but I still showed up because the pain of not doing it was greater. And so my quality of my communication internally had to shift. Oh my God, hello. So that when my quality of my communication had to shift in my mind so that the quality of my relationships could change, right? And so I just want you to know, because that was what I was what I was talking with a lot of people about today, and especially on Medium. If you don't follow me on Medium, it's a blog site. You can just go Colleen Gallagher and you'll find me. On Medium, I have a lot of blogs around relationships and around like how to navigate them. And so you want to look at where's the quality of your communication, where's the quality of what you actually want out of this life, and then what you're doing behind closed doors, what you're doing in relationships, are they matching? If you're saying you want a business, do you have an offer? If you're saying you want more money, do you even have a payment link for people to pay you? If you're saying you want more loving relationships, what are you doing to work on yourself? What are you doing to be more loving? Or do you have like weekly relationship meetings? I know when I'm in a relationship, I definitely do. Like, I usually make it Monday or Friday where we sit down and we go, okay, like, what was our intention this week? What were the things we really liked last week that went really well? What were the things we felt like we both could improve upon? Every night before I go to bed, when I'm in a relationship with someone, I like to say, this is what I was grateful for you for today, and have them say the same thing. So you're really connected, right? It's the quality. You want a quality relationship, quality communication. This doesn't change if you're just starting to date. Like, what do you actually want? And it's not bad to say, I'm looking for someone to date. I'm looking for someone to have kids with. That's actually what you want. And someone else wants that. They would admire that you're saying that. And the people that don't want that, they would be scared away, which is what you want. You don't want to waste your time with people who do not want what you want, because that's not a quality relationship, which is decreasing the quality of your life. If something that's important to you is, spending the night, or something that's important to you is entrepreneurship, if something that's important to you is creating together, something important to, definitely me, is traveling together, right? Is that important to this person? And if that is, like, okay, so what's our plan of action? This is what's important to me. This is what's important to you. What's our plan of action to get this going? Like, how do we make this happen, right? And it's not bad to be direct like that. It's actually, I don't want to say bad. It's actually worse to not be direct, because it's your fucking life. Like, time is passing, time is going, time is ticking. Like, it's not like time is slowing down. And like, it's not like the world is stopping, and your life is so short. And this, maybe it is cancer, because I had cancer so young. You just never know your last day. You never know your last moment. You never know. And why would you waste your motherfucking life, especially in a job you don't like, which is what I had to first come over. And then besides that, with relationships, just be alone, or why would you, in business, like even entrepreneurship, why would you have a client you don't like, why you don't love? Like, who wants to deal with that? Why would you have team members that are sucking the life out of you? Like, you really have to be okay with, this is the quality of what I want out of life. And this is my communication. It's direct, it's clear. And these are affirmations. You could say, I speak clearly, I speak directly, I speak with what I want. And what my reel I did earlier, for the right people, you don't need to explain yourself. There's no explaining. The right people get it. Like, you don't need to go into some huge dialogue of processing emotions and feelings. If that's the case, do you want your life like that? Like, just ask yourself, is that a good quality of life? And do you really want that? And if you do, keep doing it. But obviously, if you do, I would say you probably don't if you're listening to this. So you've really got to take responsibility. And I really highly recommend my third book, An Uncompromised Life. That's a great starting point if you like this live. The next two things that I'm going to offer that I think are really, really great, that I really, really am just so thrilled about this month, is I'm having my first ever relationship course. And it's called How to Date. It's going to be a very course, How to Date. And so all you need to do is comment below dating or message me dating, and I'll be sure you're one of the first people to get the details. The next thing that I'm doing is my Mystical Beings Circle. It is a mastermind. I'm so excited. It's a 6-month minimum commitment. So you can do 6 months or you can do 12 months. And this is if you love what I share, you love what I teach, you love how I live my life, you want to create a business, you're wanting to figure out how to make your passion project possible. This is for you if you definitely are already an entrepreneur that's in the mystical light worker space, but you're really wanting to go to that next level. You feel like you're kind of on a hamster wheel, that you've made it, you've gotten 6 figures, you're doing $10,000 months, but you really want to go to that next level. Like, okay, how do I really build a brand? How do I build for legacy? How do I build a community of people? How do I help my clients get more success? How do I create reoccurring income, predictable income? How do I create more content? How do I create more offers? How do I create more things to sell? Things like this. This is exactly what this is for. It's like for the mystical people. I'm going to teach you how I lead my life by mysticism, intuition. You want to leverage intuition more and be guided by intuition. There's just so much to it. So This is one of the most epic things. I've never had a circle or a mastermind, a group of people that come together all with the intention to add more mysticism in the world. Like, I've never had it where it's like a group of people coming together to activate mysticism, love, and want to be there to support each other. So we start July 1st. It's going to be July 1st is the start date. But enrollment is obviously all this month. I probably will cap it. I don't know what I will cap it at. But there's two options, right? There's the option where we're going to have there's 3 calls a month. One is recorded, which is a meditation or activation. One is content. And then one is a hot seat Q&A, live coaching with myself. And then the other option is you can have 1 or 2 calls with me. And then you can have 24/7 access to me to ask me anything. This is like when you can be like, hey, what's this branding look like? What's this font look like? I'm having this issue with the team member. What do I do? I'm having this issue with my partner. I'm trying to date Colleen and feels like it's not working out. Can you help me? Like, real life thing. I went on this date and I don't know how to, keep the momentum going. This would be the mastermind, the place for you. It is for all people who are mystics, lovers, aspiring entrepreneurs, creative entrepreneurs who want to go to the next level. It's just for you. If you love what I teach, you love what I share, and you want to go deeper on the work for you, for me, and for humanity. So I'm just so thrilled. I can't wait to be a leader of this and the activator of this. I've never had something I've been so pumped for, and to also make sure we all finish the year so strong together as we're finishing this kind of karmic cycle. And so just message me magical. Just message me magical and I'll get you the details. There's a video to watch, some information, and there is an application. So it's just a few questions, and I want to make sure that it's a fit, because since this is group involved, I want to make sure that everyone there is going to be fully present and fully attentive, and you really want to make changes in your life and you really want to go through a transformation. Because the worst thing is if you have a student who expects you to make transformations for them, right? Like, I can't go to the gym for you. So I want to make sure you really want to be there. You're really committed to learning from others, to inputting to others. And it's just going to be one of the most fabulous, intimate communities together that I'm just so thrilled for. So, an uncompromised life, dating, if you want to do my how to date course, or magical for my mystical beings mastermind circle. Those are the 3 ways to play together. I really hope you guys love this. Do you guys have any questions? Justin, I know you said, I see you. I see you. I know that how you spelled it. I do look like a mermaid, so I love that you said that my hair was like that. I was like, yes. Any questions? I'll stay on Grindaholic. I love that name, to be honest. I feel like I'm a workaholic, so I love Grindaholic. It needs to be like a song. I'll give it a second for you guys if you're typing anything. Also, this is random, but for those of you who get tired, like sometimes I get really tired a lot randomly. This is a really good supplement. I don't get paid for this, but Idoro high potency iodine, and it's actually really good for your third eye. So, hey, the Smart Broker. So if you are looking for a supplement, sometimes you feel like you get really tired or you get exhausted by other people's energy. I take that once a day. And oh my God, I love that. Have you read my books, Grindaholic, or have you listened to my podcast? The Smart Broker, how are you doing today? I love that you join my lives. You have not joined an afternoon one before. We were talking about love, we were talking about relationships, we were talking about how to date, and we were saying that the quality of your communication equals the quality of your relationships, which is the quality of your life. And so I was saying you have to be very direct in communication, can't be afraid to state what you want. You have to practice too, and being confident in what you want. And there's nothing, another thing, stop shaming yourself for your desires and what you want. That's a huge one. Like, there's nothing wrong with what you want. There's nothing wrong with what you want. Just let yourself want what you want because you want it, and be honest about the desire and let it happen.